All right, guys, I'm going to turn it over to you. Dom, why don't you start us off with the first question of the day?
Hi, Damarco. I'm Dominic Campbell with Pittsburgh Panthers on SI. I just wanted to know what your transfer process was like this time around. When did you get in touch with people, and why did you decide to come to Pitt?
Uh, Man, it was kind of difficult because actually I didn't know what my situation was gonna be at Oregon State. Honestly, after like my whole kind of starting five left, it was like it left me no choice. So my plans changed real fast, and I went in the portal and I just had to wait, give it to God and see what my journey was gonna be. But blessing came through. Coach Capel called and I just felt, I've been in this for a long time, it's my fourth year. So I know when something is real and when something is fake. So I felt it immediately by like the first couple of sentences. I knew he was about business. And I was like, all right, bet. Then when I got here, you just felt it. Like you feel it. You know when something real. You know when it's like real winners and the approach to the game of basketball. You know when it's different, when it's about business. So yeah, that's why I came.
Although you have a like brand new backcourt with you with everyone on this team just being so new. What kind of challenges does that bring and how are you trying to, get ahead of it so early?
Just focusing on the ego part of the game. I know we got a lot of skill in that locker room, got a lot of experience. We got everything we need. It's just more of the maintaining everyone's ego at an early stage. I feel like if we can get everyone ego on one accord and everybody understanding that we're here to win, no matter what your role is. I feel like as long as we tackle that early, we'll be a good basketball team. We're gonna get Pitt back to his winning ways for sure.
Hey, Damarco, Cassidy Wood here with KDK TV. I'm actually an Oregon State alum, so I kept up with
Okay.
my Beavs and I loved watching you last year. Welcome to Pittsburgh. I'm happy to have you here. I think you'll love it here in the city. It's awesome. But my question for you is obviously Oregon State, conference realignment, all of that. Just what excites you about now playing in a legit like Power Four with a Power Four program and specifically in the ACC?
Oh man, it's a blessing. I mean, I got a jersey, I started in junior college, you know what I'm saying? So me just being on the roster, having to lock every day and, expected to fulfill a big role, with open arms, man, it's surreal in a sense. So I'm just taking it day by day, and just soaking up this blessing.
DeMarco, I saw you went to junior college when you first came out of high school. What was that experience like for you, and how beneficial was that for you in your basketball journey to now?
It was like it was a blessing in disguise. It was something I needed. It was a reality check for me. Understanding that because in high school I really didn't have a work ethic, and I thought I was going to do this and this, but once it got to it, I didn't have those offers that my even my friends had. And it showed me like, bro, you got to put in the work if you want those dreams and you want to see those dreams come true. So I feel like I needed that to get to where I am right now, and I wouldn't change it at all. Because I learned all the things that I know to this day and use to this day through JUCO.
DeMarco, I mean, last year you led the team in assists, you were second in rebounds. Is that kind of your, as far as your game, is that what you hope to bring here to Pitt? Is just that dominant force kind of down at the post?
Yeah, I mean, I try to do the dirty work, try to do things that the typical basketball player don't want to do. I try to take all the stress off my teammates. If I got pure scores or if lob threat, whatever your description you may see yourself as, I want you to do that. I want you to be great in your role. So I'll take the other burdens off. Okay, like say for my big man, if he, what I'm saying, he telling me, hey, well, I can't box him out and get the rebound. I'm just box him out. Just do one thing at a time. I try to take the back burner for everything so my guys can be out there loose and what I'm saying, playing that game.
DeMarco, what have your early days been like since you've moved onto campus and who have you connected with of your new teammates?
Oh, it's been great. I mean, I feel like we've been growing as a team, honestly. In the past, me transferring to schools, you got to gradually get from player to player. But I feel like we just been molding together. Like the locker room conversations, there's no one like on their phone. Everybody engaging in conversations. So we slowly moving in the right direction for sure. we definitely growing as a whole, you know, and it's not grouped up, you know, how some teams you have four people talking to that four and four. We all the whole 14, 13, we all talking. So I feel like the transition is way easier.
Damarco, how are you doing? Dave Mackel at the Tribune Review. Yeah, I heard you talking here a lot about what you're expecting of yourself. Um, you shot 40% at Oregon State, against the likes of teams like Gonzaga and St. Mary's and Santa Clara and what have you. And I noticed it was 28% at 3-point range. Are you worried about that? I shouldn't say worried. Is that one thing that you're confident that you can improve on, or don't you even focus on that right now as a point guard?
No. I mean, no, man. I trust my work. I know I put in the work. I mean, I'm not worried about that. I'll be in the gym, man. I know the shot's gonna fall. You know, I don't even base my game off makes and misses. I've been here for 3 days. I probably made 4 shots like in 3 days. I don't care about that because I'm gonna make shots. You know what I'm saying? As long as I stay grounded in the things I'm doing and just being the leader, I focus on those things. The shots is just a plus for me. You know, so I don't worry about the percentages because I know I'm in the gym.
Mm-hmm. Can you describe your overall your journey from the JUCO level to mid-major, and now you're getting a chance to play in a power conference in the ACC?
Like what you mean by describe it? Like how was it? Like just the journey?
Yep.
Um, Man, I hit a couple brick walls for sure, but every brick wall was like, in order to get past this, you got to shed off something that you don't need, you know? And it was just molding me to be the leader and the man I am today. So throughout the journey, it was tough for sure, but it was getting me prepared for this moment. I think that's
Mm-hmm.
all it was doing.
DeMarco, you mentioned your excitement levels quite a few times. Just what is the overall like? What are you looking forward to really come the season starting?
I don't got no goals right now. I don't have no goals in general, you know? I serve a God that can do all things. So, you know, me setting goals is like limiting his power. So I don't got no goals. I'm just going and focus every day, try to be better every day. And I'm gonna let God do what he gonna do. All I could do is do the work. Yeah, let him do the rest.
Marco, I know it's early days for you. What makes you confident in this team? Last year they didn't reach the goals they wanted to, but with a new cast like yourself and some other guys and some returners, what makes you confident this team can get back to the NCAA tournament?
Back to the no egos, man. I don't feel like there's no egos in that locker room. Like none. There's nobody that's coming in there feeling like they bigger than the program. When you got that in the locker room, you could do anything. So that's the scary part. Like we don't have nobody that feel entitled to a certain amount of shots or is entitled to this or it's everybody got to hold up that standard. So I feel like that's the most dangerous part. I feel like we definitely gonna go back to those ways. We just got to take it day by day though.
All right. Any other questions for DeMarco?
Nope, I'm good.
Thank you guys for having me. You guys have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. Good
you.
luck.
Take care.